So I decided to start a series of videos where I cook and I compare my own food to the restaurant equivalent of the food. And so far, I still have some ideas and some things that might change over the course of the videos. But in general, I'm just going to start the series and keep going and see. Okay, if I take 2 losses to a restaurant, then I'm going to stop. So yeah, this are my ingredients, and this is the one from Stereo Mario. For my pasta, I wanted to use this initially, but then I realized, like in Stereo Mario, they have slightly bigger pastas, which would help in absorbing the sauce more evenly. So I decided to make my pasta myself. So yeah, a 3 ingredient recipe: flour, salt. I didn't open the salt. Salt, and then 1 egg. Ouch. Anyways, I'm not can tell I'm having too much fun doing this, so it's cool. And then tack, tack, tack. The thing with pasta is making it at home is quite easy, but you also want to work with it to the point where it doesn't stick to your hand anymore. And like, so normally, if I was to use a standard recipe, it would be like 100 grams of flour to 1 egg, like C1 for people who use egg measurements. And that will probably work out, like, just roll the dough, add some flour, roll it out, add some flour until you get the texture you want. And for the texture you want it to be like, it doesn't stick to your hand. And if you put your hand to it like this, kind of just bounces back, but without sticking to your hand, And that's like the go-to texture you want. After rolling for like 4 minutes, I got this, and this is exactly what you want. So I'm going to wrap this up and wait for 30 minutes before I use it. Then I transfer the onions to a pot with some olive oil and a pinch of salt, and I'm going to reduce this on low heat until it's caramelized. Why? Because I'm going to add it to the meat later and have a uniform taste. I'm going to marinate the meat for like 15 to 30 minutes, but depends on what you want actually. Most people do like a 1 day marinade, 1 hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter. Whatever works perfectly for you, you can do it. And if you decide to not marinate the meat, it doesn't change that much in the taste, just a little. And I just think doing a marinade takes the flavor to like more of a uniform taste, It's not just like meat and some spices, but like spices infused into the meat. So the meat itself has that taste, but to each their own, actually. So yeah, spices, same as I showed before, salt. And before I cook it, I'm going to use the caramelized onions as the base that mixes with it, so it helps to soften the meat. You could use soda or starch, but I just use onions instead because also it elevates the flavor, and the recipe has onions in it already, so it's like it's killing two birds with one stone. after 30 minutes. This is the dough we have now, and it has that bounce I was looking for. Like, see, it comes back, pulls right back immediately, and doesn't stick to the hand. Just absolutely balanced, which is exactly what I would want to be working with. And now I'm just going to flour it up and roll it in before I cut. So the rolling process should be quick, easy, and just go like this, like this, like this, like this. Flour it out. Da, da, da. Grab a knife. Where's my knife? So here I'm going to cut out the uneven edges to feel it out. And then some trick. So let me use one finger as a judge of length, which will make it easier to have an even, somewhat even length of pasta. So yeah, this should work perfectly. Okay, then moment of truth. Take this up, take this up. Good. This is what we want. So and then this is what we have after. After 20 minutes of cooking, caramelized onions look like this. And the flavor is a lot more intense when you have it in this form compared to like when you just use it raw. So what I'm going to do now is mix the onions directly into the meat that I set aside to marinate, and mix this together before I cook it to have that beautiful taste that comes from the onions, the spices, all infused into the meat. So it's like one big uniform taste altogether. And even when I cook it, it's going to just reduce into the meat. And the meat slow cooks, I'm going to add the vegetables, and that's the water on the side boiling. And once it's ready, I'm going to, I added the garlic already, and while the meat is almost ready, I'm going to add the passata. Simmer it for a bit, and then we got this nice texture, exactly what we're looking for. Water is boiling, pasta goes in. You want to move it around so it doesn't sit, and then it cooks for like 2 minutes before I take it out. The bowls, like, just transfer directly into the sauce. This up, and as you can see, I didn't actually open the seal before, so this is my first time actually seeing what theirs is like, and looks great actually. So I'm going to try my best to pack this without it losing, like, you know, the image, I would say, because I think presentation is also something very important even in restaurants. And I would assume this is and I try to not make it as obvious as possible, like, you know, which one is mine, which one is theirs, And this is what mine looks like in the pot. So a nice twirl onto the plate. Anyways, open it. Start with one.
Anyone, right?
Anyone, doesn't matter.
Let me start with my right hand. Okay. Should I give my feedback straight up? What I think about what I see?
What you're going to judge it based on 3 criteria.
Okay.
Looks, smell, and taste.
This looks interesting. Smells very yummy. We'll find out about the taste. I'm seeing 4 leaves. Does it look like what Ostia Maria will do? Let's find out. Okay. Let's try this. It looks actually inviting. I smell butter.
Are you sure you're smelling from the food or you're smelling from the kitchen?
Maybe the kitchen, actually. But I think I'm smelling butter.
That's nice.
This is actually very delicious.
So you give your rating on the food after you try both of them.
I smell everything, right?
Yeah, I think that part is live.
Can I get a cup of water so I can rinse out one taste from my mouth? This one?
Yeah.
Now I'm confused. I was almost so certain that this was you.
Yeah.
And the next one will be Ostia Mario. But the Ostia Mario puts stereo 4 leaf inside the apple. Then I have questions for them. But now I can't tell which is which. This is quite interesting. Actually. They both look like very well made Italian dishes.
You know what dish this is, right?
I don't know the name. Is this spaghetti bolognese?
Yes.
Because I don't want to come and be embarrassing my bloodline. Wow. Now this is confusing. With the size of the pasta though, but then that depends. Wow. Funniest part is, when you mentioned that we're going to do this, I was like, of course I'll figure out translation food very fast. Because actually I do lots of eating out. But actually I can't tell which is which.
God, the idea of the video is real.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like when you told me, I was like, yeah, don't destroy his ego. Just tell him, yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to find out that was made in the restaurant. It's actually difficult to find out what was made in the restaurant. Because legit, the restaurant can literally make this or that as their approach to the bolognese.
So based off look, which one do you like the best?
Generally, I'm a fan of thin pastas. So just based on the fact that this one is thinner, yeah.
And based on smell, which one do you like more?
I can't say I like one better than the other. They both smell good.
I think the smell is just mixed up in your nose already.
Not really, actually. I smell the both of them individually. They both smell good. This one has a tomato-ish thing to it, and I love that smell. And I also love it without tomatoes as well. So like generally,
Okay, continue.
Generally, I love when it comes to pasta or rice or the rest. I'm really a big fan of both with tomato and without. So like for me, the smell is both equally inviting.
But if you have to give it to one.
That would be tough. I don't think I will give it to anyone separately. I think I will rate them the same.
Alright. So
with the smell. Taste. That's so tough.
I'm like, oh, am I about to raise my brother's food to eat?
No. I'm not even thinking about your feelings.
Based on taste,
I'm trying to give you the most sincere review.
Yeah.
This has a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to guess that this is the restaurant one because it could be no Stereo Marios, they're not cheapskates. So no. Alright, let's go ahead. This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is tougher than I thought. This actually is tougher than I thought. And the good part is that they don't look exactly the same way. Because if they did,
It makes it like easier for you to spot.
Yes, but now I can't because like two different approaches to the same dish. I don't know if this is a Nigerian bias, but I think I love the tomato-ish stuff going on here.
Interesting.
Generally, I might have actually gone for the one without tomatoes.
So which one are you going for?
So, on a scale of what, 0 to 10?
Yeah, 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Of course, no, some food can be 0, so let's give 0 on this scale.
0 to 10, okay.
On a scale of 0 to 10. Taste-wise, I will give this a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give this a 7.
Alright. Looks?
The reason I'm saying taste though, yeah. Why? Because I was brought up in the Yoruba house. There's no pepper. If there was pepper, they might have even done ojoro and the other one just been just based on the presence of pepper. So I'll give 6, 7. Looks, this is thinner.
Yeah.
So I'll give it appetite in looks really good. 7.2.
Mm-hmm.
This it would not invite me immediately. The leaf on top, yeah, the 4 leaves actually help their ministry. But first I can see the chunks of meat here, so it makes this more very like look inviting. But look wise, this looks better than this.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I give this one? I give this one a 7.2. Because that 7.2 said the 0.2 is out of respect. Because I would have loved to see more greenery because I'm a greenery person. Now looking at what the dish itself is supposed to be, or like spaghetti bolognese, it's not really all of that vegetables like that. So looking at this and putting in consideration that tomato was involved, I would give this a 6.8 for the looks.
But smell?
Now smell, I would give both of them the same point. They both smell nice. Nothing too over the top. It's smelling appetizing enough to invite me. Now it wasn't a smell that was like I could smell from the door before coming in. So for that reason, none of them is getting more than 5.5.
So you have to guess which one is my own.
That would be tough. Now, if I want to guess, I'll be using my brain, not any of these 3 none of these factors that I just mentioned. I saw you cry a lot. So I know that whichever one that you made must have onions. Enough for me to see because that was a lot of tears that you were running to go and cry in your room. So I'm guessing it's this one with the onions.
Do you see the onions though?
No, I saw when I ate just some minutes ago. But yeah, there's no even sign of onions at all.
Mine is the one on your left.
This one?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I made the pasta from scratch, by the way.
Amazing. Now, but the point is, I know that this is made from the scratch, but the point is, the restaurant, exactly, the restaurant that you mentioned, they also make their stuff from the scratch.
I don't think Osteria Mario makes their pasta from scratch.
They do, actually.
They make it in bulk, like the way, what's it called? Like the way normal pastas are made, right? And then they freeze it up. They don't make it from scratch for every meal.
So, I've forgotten my rating. Which should I give you the higher mark for the taste?
Oh, mine.
Really?
Yeah.
So that means it was true. Because I was actually going to go and eat it continuously.